Caitlin Clark has been a beast.
Yes.
Do you think you could beat her in 1v1? What is a mage right?
Ground beef, V8 juice, and like saltine crackers.
The Chipotle burrito you ordered today, it was literally 3 ingredients. That's not it.
It's time for the 10:30 Brekky podcast. Prepared to be amazed. Your host, the King and Seth the Blonde.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 10:30 Brekky podcast. I'm Seth.
I'm Dak.
And we're here out in Minneapolis. Round 3 in this place. Round 7 total. This is insane, Dak. I thought you would have quit like 2 years ago.
What do you mean I quit 2 years ago?
I don't know. I thought you would have gave out on me.
Well, did you think that's free money? Are you kidding me?
What? Are you really saying that right off the bat? It's been like 2 seconds.
Of course. You think I'm gonna? I mean, yeah, the videos were fun and whatnot, but that's also free money.
Is it free though? Because you're.
I might be shaking my ass.
Okay. You know why I think you think it's free money though? Because it's fun money. Like it wasn't like the reason you're saying it's free money is because it was like didn't feel like you were working. I guess it would be.
Oh, 100%.
As we're starting up this podcast, I kind of wanted to immediately dive into this because.
Yeah.
You know, I think the best way to like always ramp up these suckers is like ask about what you did today and what happened. And I think today was an eventful day for you.
I mean, I suppose it was.
What'd you do?
I went to the Twin game with my family.
And did the Twins win?
No, they did not.
That's Minnesota sports.
Can I ask how many beers you drank?
I had to do the math.
Wasn't that many, right? Oh wait, at the Twins game?
I had a total of technically 3 beers, but like,
dude, this is
it would have been like it would have been about 5 beers.
That's actually not bad for you. But that one was a mega beer though.
Yeah, no, that's the 25 ouncer.
I feel like most people that just like carry around those 25 ounces mean business though. Like they're there to show that they drank hard.
That was my last beer at the game because I'm like, fuck.
Like for example, what'd you get? What was it that you got for the big ass beer?
The Mick Ultra.
Okay, so you had a Michelob Ultra.
Yes.
You walk by a guy with a skinny can because they're like, honestly, the can looks like a little baby can. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So you walk by that guy. Did you feel more like?
I mean,
like bricked up, like you were better than him. Like
no, not really.
Not bricked up like you were bricked up, like you were like better than that guy because you walked by him and you had a bigger can.
No, not really.
I don't know. I feel like those are like secret little things that some dudes like square up on, but they don't actually square up. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I got lucky to grab it because it was like bottom of the 6th. And they stopped serving after the 7th.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, so you sprinted up there?
I was getting mini donuts. I was like, fuck. I hope the Twins can like hold out through this inning and I can get my beer.
Wait, my next question was like, did you get any food there?
Yeah.
What kind of food?
I got a couple of pretzels, and some mini sugar donuts.
Okay, so you pretty much had like the experience though when you go to baseball games, because when I go to baseball games it's usually a little bit more I'm like trying not to buy shit the whole time and I get like one thing and regret it.
No, I made sure. I knew that we were going to a baseball game, so I'm like, I probably should save a little bit extra money for this.
Oh, you were saving up for months?
Not months, but like I knew it was happening, so I'm like, okay, I should probably like.
How long were you realistically saving up for this shit?
I don't know. Probably like a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
I mean, I wasn't like spending like I usually did.
What's the word for somebody that just kind of like sporadic, I guess would be the word? Like you're a sporadic person.
Yeah, like if it's like I know
spontaneous. What the fuck? There's the word.
If I know the occasion's coming up, like where I'm probably going to spend a decent amount of money, I'm going to cut back my spending so I know for sure like, oh, I'm good. I don't really need to care.
Finance, bro. I mean, that's smart, though. That's like a realistic like way to put it into perspective.
Yeah, because I don't want to...
There's a lot of people that probably don't understand that situation where you should probably save some money when you need to do something else. Like if you're going to go on a vacation in a couple of months. You probably,
of course.
How many people do you think in the world right now are just like financially in debt? Like percent of America. What percent of America do you think?
I don't even want to think about that because I feel like that number is horrifying.
I'd say 52%.
That's what I mean. I feel like that
number... Well, what would you say? Like realistically, when you walk around right now, like you're walking down downtown Minneapolis today, when you were walking down,
I feel like it's like 60%.
60?
I was going to say even more than 60, honestly.
I just feel like it's.
We'll get it looked up right now. We're gonna.
Well, you
figure
just
that
think
out.
about like the different type of loans you have to pay, like housing and student. I just feel like it might. I agree with Dak. And
So you're saying 60? You said 62?
yeah.
The average debt an American owes is $104,000 across mortgage loans, home equity lines of credit, auto loans, credit card debt, student loan debt, and other debts like personal loans. Are you for real?
This is like a shit ton.
Okay, I knew it was a lot, but like,
have-
we're all in student. Well, I'm in student debt right now, but
you and me both, like, we have a lot of debt right now.
23% are debt free.
23% are debt.
Oh my god. That's what I mean. Like I knew it was gonna be a horrifying percentage, and I was just like, I don't even want to think about that because I just know it's fucked.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I feel like you got your shit dialed, like on the finance side.
I try to.
Yeah,
Back to planner.
I think going back to like what happened, you went to the Twins game, you got a fucking mega beer,
Yeah.
and you're walking around acting like the badass.
I was not.
I feel like you had to. I would have been, dude.
I
You had
was
that fat ass
not.
beer.
I was just going to get a pretzel.
And then where'd you go after?
Cowboy Jacks.
It was Cowboy
There
Jacks,
you go.
which is like a 3-story like bar. In
Yes.
Minneapolis too. So.
What story were you on?
The first floor.
Oh, you didn't go. You didn't guys.
We were literally right by the windows by the entrance.
What kind of drink did you had there?
I meant to get just like Busch Lights, but apparently the person who was taking the order for my dad, instead of Busch Lights, heard Coors Light. So I got a Coors Light. For
Oh,
my
and
first
how that must have not been good either. Because
I
I
mean-
know y'all in Bush, dude. Like Iowa people, like Dak fucking loves Iowa Hawkeyes, not just I. Like that's a very specific thing, right? Like you can't just say Iowa State.
Yeah, no,
You
it,
like-
it has to be the Iowa Hawkeyes. There's
Iowa
like,
Hawkeyes.
There's division.
And Caitlin Clark is carrying y'all. Like she's right now. I'm not saying like carrying y'all. Like you guys are. I've always been pretty relevant in college sports specifically because that's
Yes.
really all you have. Sorry,
Yeah, no, we don't have
That's all
any
you have.
professional sports.
you don't have any
teams.
professional sports.
No, we have none.
Yeah, you guys just don't like the Cyclones, and I think Iowa Hawkeyes have been putting you on the map. But Caitlin Clark has been
Yeah.
a beast.
Yes,
Do you
she
think
has.
you could beat her in 1v1?
Probably, definitely not.
You don't think you could beat Caitlin Clark in 1v1?
No, I feel like not.
With your 3-pointers, just shooting those suckers? You don't think you could beat her?
Fuck no.
No?
No, I feel like I'd get trashed.
I don't know, dude. I think you could sling them up there.
How tall is she?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Taller than you.
Caitlin Clark? She's probably like
I think
6'2".
Yeah, no, she would be
No,
swatting
she's
my.
not 6'2". I guarantee you.
No, I
she's
think
5'11".
I think she's like 6 foot.
That's my guess, though.
6 foot. Right
It's
there.
saying
6.
6 foot.
I mean, she's a baller. Like, regardless,
No, she would
Dude, she-
swat my shit out of the air.
I have massive respect for her because she's putting women's basketball on like the map. She really
No.
is, and she's very, very good at
Yeah.
basketball.
No, my
she's
sister-
smoking fuckers.
My sister was watching women's basketball.
I was watching it, bro. And no
Yeah.
offense, I'm just
No,
saying, like
no,
straight up,
it-
it was
it-
the most. It was actually pretty entertaining to like have on and be like,
No.
damn, like, and obviously
like-
Iowa, y'all are like
No,
geeked up.
but like the last time I actually like heard from like my mom or my dad that
Yeah.
Abby was watching basketball, actually, I don't even remember.
Well, now like if you just search up like NCAA like basketball, like the first thing pops up is like women's basketball now. Like
Yeah.
it just is like there's more attention on the women's
Yeah,
basketball
no.
than like the men's.
yeah, no. Recently,
Yeah.
there's been a lot more. I'd say like drama.
Yeah.
Oh, 100.
You know, like, I feel
Definitely.
like that stirs it up more and like kind of gets more eyes on a sport. And like Caitlin Clark is not only a really good player, but she can be like more dramatic and like a character in the sport. And that's why
No.
sports succeed in my opinion. Like UFC, for example. Motherfuckers in there are characters. They have faces, they have
and that's-
personas, and people go there to watch. I'm not saying everybody watch the game because Caitlin Clark's playing, but she is like the name. People are like interested and intrigued by her, so they go and watch the sport.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and, like,
That's
at
what
the
I'm
end of the
trying to
day,
get
I
at,
just
but-
think that like sports, like people either watch you because of your like how like athletic you are, or
Yeah.
just your shit talking.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
Yo,
And if
No.
you just had the combination of both, it's just like
No,
it
and
makes
I
you a
mean-
superstar in that game.
She like didn't she literally break like the all-time scoring record for college basketball?
yeah,
she
college
did.
basketball. Caitlin Clark broke the all-time scoring record for college basketball, like
Yeah.
men's and women's.
Yeah.
The results. So last night, Caitlin Clark played. Or
UConn.
Iowa played UConn.
Yes.
For the Final Four.
Yes.
for the March Madness bracket. It was streamed on ESPN, right?
Yes.
Peaked at 17 million viewers. Concurrent viewers. That's a live stream.
Yeah.
That's basically like a streamer. Put in perspective, that's like your favorite streamer having 17 million people watching it on
that's
Twitch
not
or
even taking
Kick.
into account like the illegal streams.
Correct. And there's a bunch of illegal streams. I don't know who would ever do that. ESPN's highest audience for any basketball game on record. On record.
Jeez.
That's basketball game category.
Oh,
Not,
yeah.
Not NCAA.
No.
NBA included.
I was going to ask you guys, did you saw the final seconds of the game with the offensive foul?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I don't know.
They rigged it just because like they want like Iowa to win because they bring more money
Yeah.
to NCAA, but like
So I had two more stats before we get off this topic because honestly, I don't really want to spend this podcast talking about
No.
women's basketball. I'm going to be honest with you.
That's fine.
ESPN's second best non-football telecast ever. That's insane. No, it's a big thing for women's sports, big thing for women, big thing for women's basketball. And Caitlin Clark has a big decision if she wants to declare for the WNBA
Did
after
she
this
not?
season. No. Because listen,
I thought she already had.
no. You should actually look this up.
Little Dirk.
Yeah. So here, actually there. Lil Durk offers Caitlin Clark $10 million, one-ups Ice Cube's Big 3 deal. That's interesting. This is a headline. No. From what I'm getting here is Caitlin Clark could go to the WNBA right now. She's making more than she would make in the WNBA right now.
Oh yeah.
She could go to the WNBA and make maybe $300,000, $400,000.
Mm-hmm.
Or she could, Ice Cube has like a Big 3 deal or something, and he was offering her $5 million. And now it looks like Lil Durk is in on this shit, offering $10 million. He's trying to double it. What's going on here? 3-on-3 basketball league. If Clark accepted, she would become the first woman to grace the Big Three's courts, a historic milestone in sports. But Lil Durk wasn't about to let Ice Cube steal the spotlight. The Chicago MC, known for his gritty lyrics. What kind of article is this? Gritty lyrics? He's a good artist. Like, I don't think he's like great.
Gritty.
He's a good rapper. What are you talking about? Like, gritty lyrics? Took to X, formerly Twitter, to make his intentions clear. In response to the news of Cube's offer, Durk fired back with a tweet that shook the sports world. Oh my God, I got 10 million. Come play with my 3. Long story short, Caitlin Clark should play another year in college sports. I think she can, right? She's still
she
eligible.
Has one more year
yeah.
eligibility.
She's eligible to play one more year. In my opinion, money-wise, selfishly, I would be playing one more year in college sports versus going to the WNBA if I was Caitlin Clark. But that's it, right, Dak? That's all that happened today. You just went in and
we
Cowboy Jacks.
we drank a little bit. My dad was sober.
So I kind of want you to open up a little bit about a secret you've been holding back recently.
A secret.
Yeah, you have a huge secret you've been holding back like recently. As of last podcast, we all know that Dak basically has never had a burrito in his life, right? Ever, right? You've never had a burrito.
No, never.
You used to never have that situation before.
I suppose, yes.
So today, Dak went to Chipotle and got a burrito.
Yeah, I did.
And how was it? How was the experience?
It was all right.
Give me the experience. Dude, I feel like okay, listen, everyone has a burrito when they're young, when you don't remember having your first burrito. Listen, I can't tell my first story. Steve, could you tell your story of your first burrito you've ever had?
Not that I remember. I just thought I was young.
Yeah, exactly. Gabrielle, off camera.
I was probably like 6.
People don't have that first memory of having their first burrito, but you did today. Like, listen, like as a child, you don't remember shit. These are things that children experience. And today, you experienced it as a 23-year-old about to turn 24 next week on Hitler's birthday.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I don't know your birthday. It's 4/20. Everybody knows your birthday. How was the experience? What did you get?
I don't know. The experience was fine. And I just got a burrito with steak, rice, and cheese.
Steak, rice, and cheese.
Yeah,
on that sucker.
That's all I got.
And if anybody's ever been to Chipotle, that probably is one of the most ridiculous orders you could get at Chipotle. Steak, rice, and cheese is good. don't get me wrong, but getting just steak, rice, and cheese on a burrito at Dak just shit himself.
I did not.
But like, how was your experience? Like, what did you rate it? And I mean, we can roll a video. We documented this. This is like a huge thing. It's like a prehistoric event.
It's a prehistoric event.
It's fucking huge, dude. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
Is it not?
I feel like you blew this way too much out of proportion.
Dak.
It's
Dak,
a
right,
burrito.
So how would you rate this?
I said it was like a 6.
Oh, wait, so
It's like the most bland burrito you could ever get.
so what made
my
it
God.
6? Like, what did you not like about it?
I don't know.
There's nothing he's not gonna give us any feedback from this. He just
Oh, wait,
didn't like it.
Okay, Zach, I know that it was like one of your first times eating a tortilla. Like, how does that compare to your bread? What do you like about? Did you like the tortilla or like?
I don't know. I felt like the bread, I guess, or like the yeast or whatever the fuck the tortilla is made out of, wheat, was more smushed together than like a regular like burger bun would be.
So you described a tortilla in the most like interesting way. That was awesome. I've never heard anybody describe a tortilla like that because when you finished that, I didn't think it was a tortilla. That's how good it was at explaining that. Like I just like, what the fuck did you just say?
All right, so going on to like the steak, how did you like describe the steak then?
I don't know. It had a little bit of a kick to it, I guess. It was the steak was fine. It just had a bit of a kick to it.
And then I know you're not much of a rice eater, and you had rice in it. So how would you describe the rice with like the tortilla and the steak?
You've never really had rice before.
No, I've never really had rice. I've had it once before.
Dude, Dak, that's like honestly like as much as like I give you shit for this, like actually that's like it's a big event. It's a big
event.
It's a big deal.
I don't know.
Oh wait, what's homemade meals that made or slash?
I don't know. We'd have like burgers or made rights.
What's made right? What's a made right?
It's literally like ground beef, V8 juice, and
Wait a minute. Hold on. Go back. What is a made right?
it's like a sloppy Joe kind of a mix. It's ground beef, V8 juice, and like saltine crackers.
well, no. So is it like a soup form or is it like a sandwich form or?
No, it's like it's literally like it's a solid like meat form.
What's that mean though?
Like I eat it with a spoon off my plate.
So is it like chili or like I'm so confused.
That sounds even worse. Wait, it's not on bread? You said it was a sloppy Joe.
It's like a sloppy Joe kind of like look and whatnot, but it's
So
like,
wait, it's
Okay, so it's beef and then there's like the tomato juice or not tomato
no,
juice.
it's
but,
V8, dude.
Okay,
it's
so
like
tomato juice.
it's either like ketchup or like V8 juice.
Okay, so it's mixed. It's kind of like chili, right?
And saltine crackers. And then,
Bro, wait a minute, dude.
And
We
then
can't
all-
let this go.
and that's just all mixed together on like a skillet.
Am I drunk high or am I
So
tripping,
like, do you
dude?
eat it like kind of like
I
how you eat chili.
I would just eat it with a spoon off my plate.
They pull up a video. Made right. Is it a thing? Is this your family or just
No, I feel like it's a thing.
no way? Look up how is made right made. Yeah, just look it up the way you
I'm
think
not
it would
gonna
be.
lie. Now I have to try this from.
No,
Brian.
that looks like a makeup. That's not it, dude. It's not. Look up what's the ingredients again?
Ground beef, like V8 or ketchup, and then like saltines.
It's just since like secret recipe.
No, it's not chili. Look up. No, that's
No, that has to be. Isn't it?
ground beef, dark kidney. Was there beans in it and stuff?
He probably modified it.
No beans.
No, because that's you don't like beans.
Yeah,
That's
he
why.
probably like
Dak's version of made right.
He probably like modified it so you can like it.
Yeah, yes, dude. Yes, he probably did. No, he probably did. It's probably a total different recipe, but Dak is picky and he only eats fucking V8 juice and ground beef. I've never heard of such a thing.
Okay.
I thought we were all from the Midwest. I was gonna agree and be like, yeah, Dak, I've had the same shit. No, Dak said fucking ground beef, vegetable juice, and saltine crackers.
Wait.
I've never heard. I'm sorry, I don't want to rip into you, but I've never heard of a meal like
now
that.
I'm curious about the crackers. Like, is it like crunched up, or is it just like you use it, scoop it?
Yeah, it's crunched up into the thing, and it's like all mixed together before.
Okay,
you
that's
eat it.
interesting.
Really?
Yes.
No. So the crackers just get really soggy.
Yeah.
Float around in there.
It's not really like a. It's not even like. Well, it's not even like close to a soup. It's more. It's a more solid structure.
We should make Made Right on your version for our next guest for our podcast, and fucking give it to them.
I'd have to like get the like actual like how it's like cooked, but
No, we're making your version. What do you mean? You just said V8 juice, ground beef,
I
and
know that, but
saltine
like I
crackers.
don't.
I'm
know.
assuming it's just like how you kind of like. It's similar to like how you make chili.
You put saltine crackers in the chili after it's cooked. When it's ready, you just put it as a topping. You don't. I know
I was
that
gonna
part,
say,
but
like,
you don't cook it with the saltine crackers, which he's saying he cooks it with it, which is that's pretty fucked.
Dak, I'm just. Dak, I'm just curious. Like, what are some other like homemade meals that like you ate at your like household?
I don't know. We'd have like burgers,
Okay,
homemade pizza,
that's gas.
lasagna.
Like real quick, I think that's like very Midwestern like
Yeah.
diet or like meal plan that you would get from your mother as growing up in our age.
Yes.
Like it's lasagna, some type of hot dish, a pastaroni thrown in there here and there, as a side dish. Hot dog macaroni, that's a good one too. Any like hot dish was like a common one. And then you would get like a lasagna, spaghetti, a Made Right type beat, not that shit, but a normal like a weird like my dad would always. You guys ever heard goulash?
I heard of it. I never
Goulash.
had it.
Has anybody heard goulash? You've had it, right?
I've heard of it.
Look at. Ooh, what the fuck is that? Is that the Made Right? That's what you would eat? No, but he wouldn't even put it on a bun.
It looks like the consistency of like that
Dude,
middle one with like
how
the
do
mustard
Americans?
and, like,
Why do we eat this shit? My dad would make goulash, which is like from what I remember, it's like ground beef is like the staple because ground beef's so cheap and just get a big ass roll. Yeah. So it's ground beef. It's like tomatoes. It's tomatoes, ground beef, macaroni noodles, maybe some peppers, like green peppers, and then some sauce. I don't know what this. And we would just mush it together. It looks kind of good in certain images. It's not good. It's not good. And my dad, like I love him. He's a great guy. He's an average cook, but when I would go over to my dad's house, he's making fucking goulash, and some days I just didn't want the goulash, and it wasn't that good. And he didn't have sauce like that. It was kind of dry. It wasn't wet like that. That photo looks decent.
But was it just how your dad made it, or was it like this,
maybe I don't know. Just like Dak, how he got Made Right. It's probably not the right way. People are probably like, "Oh, I had Made Right all the time." No,
So
Dak probably ate it like
it.
that. Yeah, Dak ate it like a fucking literally what a farm animal would eat it like a fucking basic fucking nothing. Real quick, we didn't introduce Steve right away. Steve is my roommate. He was my college roommate as well.
Dak's least favorite roommate.
Yeah, Dak's
Oh,
least
shut
favorite
up.
roommate. We all lived together in college, so Steve's here just as our little pod guest. We have Gabrielle here as the Jamie tonight, so we're all just balling out right now. As a Midwestern person or somebody that's lived in the Midwest, you eat a lot of hot dishes or like combinations that probably don't make that much sense, and they normally don't taste good. I don't think Midwest food's like that great. There's like tater tot hot dish is great. Dude, Made Right is not right, dude. I'm telling you, anything that's named with a hyphen in the middle of that, any food that has a hyphen in the middle of it should not be
I'm not gonna
edible.
lie. I never heard of it until like Dak just mentioned it. Like
I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Okay, when he described it, no one's ate that before. That's like what the Chipotle burrito you ordered today. It was literally 3 ingredients. You basically just ordered a Made Right at fucking Chipotle, dude.
They also only describe it as a Midwest brand.
Exactly. It's only a Midwest brand. Like Hormel is founded here. Spam is founded in the Midwest. It's trash, dude. I don't know how people like Spam. Do you guys like Spam?
No.
I know you do, Steve. You're fucking weird.
Yeah. I like deli meat, so
Yeah, but I like deli meat. That's not deli meat. It's fucking canned poop. I think we got to get off the top of Dak. What things Dak doesn't like because it's literally everything. But do you like milk?
No.
Dude, milk is actually more hydrating than water.
I don't like milk. It
Wow.
tastes
Chocolate
weird.
milk?
Sorry.
I don't think I've ever had chocolate milk.
So in elementary.
Dude, what the fuck
so
is
I was
going
gonna ask,
on?
like in elementary school, like what did you drink? Like, 'cause they
I
only
mean,
had
I
milk.
mean, like, yeah, in elementary school, I just had milk, but like after that, I just had
That's regular
water.
milk?
No, I just had water. Yeah, I mean,
Water.
You're more
I
of a
thought they
water
just-
guy.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Water
Kind of only gave you milk.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, no, what the
That's
fuck?
what-
There wasn't even a water
Yeah,
option.
I was gonna say they didn't have water in elementary school.
Dude, wait. No. They never had a water option in school.
No, it was the only
Why did
milk.
school never offer water? I mean, obviously there's water fountains. I'm not saying like they didn't offer you water, but
pump up
you'd
the
walk up
dairy
in the line
industry.
and all you would get was milk. There was no little puny water, like the short neck, like little chode water bottles. There was none of those. It was just the milk cartons.
No, it was just to pump up.
Why?
It was just to pump up the dairy industry.
You think so?
I feel like it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
because if you're getting all these kids, giving them nothing but milk
Bro,
to drink.
Marketing 101, the Got Milk campaign was one of the best
my
campaigns ever.
God.
Milk was in a problem. Milk was becoming a problem. I remember in elementary school, all the Got Milk posters in our cafeteria.
In our
cafeteria,
gym?
for some reason, the gym, there was Got Milk posters. All the
Oh, I
famous people.
remember
Michael
that.
Jordan, milk mustache. You had what Britney Spears, milk mustache. You had all these famous people with milk mustaches around our cafeteria while we're eating food, drinking milk. Motherfuckers were profiting because at that point, I remember this. I actually watched a YouTube video on it. It was Johnny Harris. He did a YouTube video where the milk industry basically was losing a lot of money because people were starting to get off milk, and then there was like a phase recently that people were like scared of milk. Now people are back on milk. Anyway, people were off milk, and then they did the Got Milk campaign, and it was huge. It was a huge campaign, one of the most successful marketing campaigns in the world. All these industries were so good at persuading you on these things.
Okay, I did want to go back to the topic, like Dak. So like during elementary like school lunches, did you just not drink the milk, or did you take one?
No,
and
like
just-
like elementary school, I had milk, but like after that, just no more.
okay.
Whoa!
So elementary.
Honestly, I don't think there's much more to get into there because like he just didn't want milk in elementary.
Okay, so elementary school, like there was the three options. Which one did you take?
What was the third?
Chocolates, skim, or 1%.
What? Or just 1%? Yeah. Once
Strawberry.
Michelle Obama hopped in, she ruined. Okay, whatever you want to say, but she fucked our our lunches from like I think it was like 7th or 8th grade. It went downhill quickly, and I get it. She was trying to make people healthy, but it got like, come on, the Italian dunkers went from regular to whole grain. Come on, guys, things got bad quick. Like it's just how it goes, man.
All right, so what kind of milk did you get?
I probably just did the 1%.
Okay.
Dude,
I
I
just
just
remember doing
badass,
chocolate.
dude. You went 1%? Were you just trying to like stand up the kid next to you because he got skin?
No.
Did you ever get involved in a patrol where you had to like do the crossing guard?
Yes, I did.
I had to do that in 4th grade.
You
too.
did? You did safety patrol?
Yes, I remember having the flag.
Protect!
I remember having that
Walk across
stupid
the street!
flag.
Oh, here we go!
I didn't-
Everybody
Were
walk
you,
out!
I
were you a
didn't just-
captain?
No, I was literally quiet. I just put my flag out when I needed to, and that was it. I didn't yap or shit.
Walk along now, it's okay,
No, I
guys,
just
it's
put my
safe!
flag out like, all right, come across. I'm not gonna tell you to come across. Just come.
Oh, come on now, it's gonna be okay! Come
No.
on!
Oh, I'm gonna fill my little incident report here. If you,
What kind of job was that?
I have no clue.
And you, most of them, maybe not you, but most motherfuckers were like, I'm safety patrol. Like, it was like the
No.
thing to do. If you went to, because you were bold. After school was over, you went and fucking held up a thing, because you did before and after school or whatever. It was normally before and after. Sorry.
No,
They were. They're like,
I was.
Johnny didn't even cross when I
No, I was
whatever.
a terrible little child in elementary school. I think I got like detention twice.
dude, I was kind of a player. Like, dude, elementary school was honestly a baller time, though. Like, things were going down. Like, you're just developing at a rate that's not comprehensible
no,
at all.
I got in detention in like 2nd grade for saying frick.
Oh, that's like that was like the precursor to the F word, Frickin' idiot. I used to tell my brother the thing I would say frickin' dummy or stupid dummy. Those two things I thought were the most vicious things you could say to anybody ever.
No, like the funny thing with me was like I was just singing a song, and instead of saying the actual F word, I was just saying frick.
Yeah. There's some chick in our elementary school that would run around and she would take shits.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember this. She would take
I
shits.
don't think I did.
So there was like our elementary school had like pebbles. Like it was like the pebble like recess. When you went to recess, the playground was
instead of
all
sand,
pebbles.
it was rocks.
Yeah, it was like rocks. It was like the shitty stuff, but you could like burrow in it. You know, you could be like a weird. There was a lot of weird kids like digging in it all day. Like some kids were like running around playing and doing yo-yo and shit and playing football and shit. And then there was some kids digging. And there was this one girl that would literally shit in that shit, and she was shitting nuggets.
I don't think I was there for that.
I'm not gonna say her name. It was Nuggets is what we called it.
I don't think.
And she would poop, and she'd like bury her poop, and people would go, and she'd be pooping in the sand pit, and everybody would see her doing it. And then she never got caught. I think when you look back on schools, like for example, when you go to college, like we all went to college, right? And college was a time where I think a lot of people are like, don't go to college. You don't need it anymore. You can be successful without going into debt. I think there's so many lessons and like social skills and experiences that you get from college that you will never get from anything else. And going to school, you get those experiences. Obviously, everybody goes to school, but like college, you get those experiences that you'll never get not going to college.
But
It's so true though, because there's people you know that didn't go to college. I know a lot of people, and they don't have those same stories that we have.
yeah.
Okay, for me personally, I met both of you in middle school. I still remember this. It was like somewhere in 6th grade, 7th grade. I don't.
Oh yeah, when Dak got expelled.
I did not get expelled.
But
Why are you
like
telling these lies.
But for me, like
I don't tell
personally,
lies.
like I met both of you in middle school, and like,
Yeah.
I just never expected to like end up you guys being like my roommates and just
Oh,
being
yeah.
like long life friends to me. Like no one thought about that like in the future.
Yeah, it's
And, like,
true.
Middle school, why are you holding my hand?
I thought this was a time we could.
No.
Okay, keep going.
No, it's only for you and Gabby.
All right, fair.
Okay, so it's me and you.
Keep
No,
going.
not
keep
you
going.
either, Steve.
Keep going. I didn't want you to interrupt your story.
No, but I was just gonna say like middle school, I had two main friends. That was it.
Did you ever get like expelled or in trouble in school?
No. The only times I got in trouble in elementary school were for saying frick and like getting into a fight over Foursquare.
Oh, that's relatable. Did you ever, when you were a child, did you ever like have dreams of being like a CEO or like what would you want to be when you were older?
No, I had none of those.
What did you want to be when you were older? When you were a child?
I had no clue.
What the fuck? You'd have like
I
I was like a vet. Like I want to be a veterinarian.
I had like no dreams or aspirations as a child.
All right.
Oh, for me,
That's a pretty short. What about you, Steve?
I was gonna say I remember I wanted to be a firefighter, and I still have like first grade we made like this what I want to be like poster thing.
Yeah.
And it was I wanted to be a firefighter, so we like print off like I think my teacher printed off like a picture of a firefighter, and it stuck my head like my first grade picture head on the photo, and I still have it on my fridge in my my mom's
Maybe
house.
it will come true, dude.
Yeah.
Deck, how'd you not have one?
I just can't really think of like anything.
Well, what were you like
Interesting.
interested in when you were like that age?
Like nothing. No, I had like no aspirations.
Like no hobbies or anything?
No, I had like nothing.
Okay.
I literally had nothing.
Interesting.
I hung out a little bit outside, did some gaming, but that's about it. I didn't really have.
Maybe you just didn't really,
No, like literally.
you didn't have aspirations.
The first thing I wanted to do that I thought of was being an accountant. And that was like
That's sick. I mean,
that
hell
was like
yeah.
10th, 11th grade in high school, and that was it.
What made you like? What inspired you to be an accountant?
I don't know. I mean, I grew up around it,
Okay.
watching my mom do it all the time.
And then I'm assuming like
And
you're just a
like,
math person
I
too.
was good with numbers.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this works.
You just knew it was like a good path to get money, like you financially.
I knew it was a job to like I would be able to live
And-
like
Comfortably.
yes.
Right, and like at that age, I think it's just unique because like I respect it because like obviously like now it's like yeah, it's a good path to go on.
Literally in high school, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
What do you mean? Like, what about elementary, dude? Like, that's what we're talking about. Like, when I was a child, you're
in
dreaming
elementary-
of that shit.
like, you know how, like-
I never thought of jobs or like.
well, it's not a job. It's like a thing. It's like a life.
No, but like
I know that. I mean, like, I never thought of like doing anything.
oh wait, no,
What
I was
were you
talking.
thinking of?
We're talking about like you know how like when you're a little kid, like some kids dream of being like the NFL or like being like the big leagues.
No, I think he knows. He just, he doesn't have anything.
You didn't
else.
have any of that.
No, nothing.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dak did not have anything.
I had
as
no
child that he thought
aspirations
about.
as a child.
Dak, ladies and gentlemen, had 0 aspirations as a child.
I got practical when I got to high school and just like I do accounting.
He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do accounting. I mean, dude, it's a great job position, and you're good at it. So people say I'm part lizard.
You are part lizard.
Yeah. We have a little baby right here.
A little nuck.
Oh, Dad called me a Komodo dragon.
No,
Ooh,
Gabby
that
ca-
might be racy.
No, Gabby called you a Komodo.
No,
dragon.
that was. I think that was you. But
You
No.
called Steve a Komodo
I
dragon?
did not.
Seems a little racist.
I did
Oh,
not.
it was. I'm just curious. What's your? That was you. First off.
No, it was not. It was Gab.
Yeah,
No,
it
I
was.
did not
Yes,
say
it
Komodo.
was.
I did not say.
Komodo dragon?
No, because you asked me what.
Yeah,
you,
I asked you.
No,
I-
no, you asked me and I said I don't know, and then Gabby said a Komodo dragon.
It's not racist, by the way. I just was fucking with you, Dak. It's not. It's just a
No,
funny
no,
joke.
it was,
I did not say
no.
that at all.
Gabby
I
was
I
making.
asking for the reason.
Gabby was making the shots and said, "I don't know, a Komodo dragon."
Okay, but you brought a Komodo dragon.
I
But
did
then
not.
you added the
I
Komodo,
did
and
not
that's where it got
I did
personal.
not.
I'm joking. Dak. It doesn't matter if you did or not. I think it's just hilarious that we're even talking about this. Dak, what are you doing right now?
I'm ordering food.
You're ordering food. What are you ordering?
Pop John's,
What do you like? What's your order though?
pizza and cheese sticks.
Pizza's not what I'm asking. What kind of fucking pizza are you ordering?
Just cheese.
And the steaks are the same too.
Yeah, just cheese sticks.
You don't like any toppings or anything.
So you're getting cheese bread and more cheese bread.
No one has. I mean, they technically both have sauce, but
So they're cheese sauce breads. Dude, there's no. I can't classify pizza as pizza unless it has like a topping on it, other than cheese. Okay, you're Dave Portnoy though. I get
it's
it.
bread, cheese, and sauce.
Yeah, well, I guess that is pizza. I want to get into this story real quick. I want to dive deep. Dak, I know you're obsessed with like death.
Death.
We all know how far we've gone in this world, right? We're all advancing at a great rate here. Like, look at us. Look at us. How smart we look.
Oh
We look-
yes, we're very
we look like
sophisticated.
we look way smarter than. Listen, if we stood next to the first president of the United States, who do you think would have a better score better on an IQ test right now? Us or George Washington?
I don't know, honestly.
It'd be us, Dak. That's the answer. It'd be us.
Would it?
You guys really fucked. You fumbled the ball there.
What do you mean from we?
Maybe I'm wrong, guys.
That's the one to answer.
I was just waiting for someone to answer. Both of y'all fumbled the ball. Like,
I was going to say us, but Dak answered.
I think we would be smarter than George Washington.
Yes.
Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe he's a historian. One of the most legendary historians.
Oh, you think about
know,
like
IQ's
George Washington, what 1700,
Right, that's
and
the whole point I'm getting at, and I wish we would all have been like, yes, me. We're smarter than most animals. We're smarter than most things in the world, right? Like
Yes.
humans are the most advanced thing. We've been advancing for years. I like to look at history when there was times where people were just stupid. So one of my favorite stories I want to tell right now is called the Emu War. Do y'all know what emus are?
Yes.
You do? An emu is like an ostrich. Have you seen an ostrich?
yes,
It's literally like a cousin to an ostrich.
Maybe more feathered. That's about it.
Maybe more feathered, you're right. But it's like a flyless bird. So I'm going to read this little monologue about the Emu War. The Emu War, a notably peculiar event in Australia history, occurred in the late 1932. After World War I, many Australian veterans were given land by the government in Western Australia to take up farming. However, they faced numerous difficulties, including poor soil, economic depression, and the arrival of as many 20,000 emus, which were large flightless birds native to Australia. Emus migrated after, their breeding season when they get rambunctious and they're just popping out
course.
babies like crazy. They basically were begging the government to get assistance because the emus were just like eating up their farmland and just like murdering all their food.
Yeah.
And to eliminate the emu threat, the minister of defense Sir George Pierce deployed soldiers with guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition to eliminate the emu threat. The soldiers were found challenging and killing the emus at first, but as the birds were surprisingly very resilient and fast, capable of running up to speeds of 30 miles per hour, the emus scattered in small groups across the landscape, making it difficult for their targets. The first encounter resulted in the death of only a few emus, and after many efforts, the soldiers found that even when hit, the emus would run away and escape. These fuckers were literally taking over Australia in 1932. 1932. What year is it right now? 2024? This ain't that long ago, right? That's like 10 months ago. Like, not that long ago. The operation hampered by the birds' unexpected speed and the difficulty of getting the birds to kill them. After a few days, within minimal success, the media was mocking the event, like making fun of their own government and like military, basically.
I mean,
imagine if this was now. You know how this would have been a meme everywhere in the world.
Oh, like, I mean,
everywhere.
Like,
everywhere.
Imagine like the amount of like murdered like advances that they made during the war to not be able to kill some birds.
Yep.
Some flightless birds that just run at you.
But listen, humans never give up, right? Like, especially, you know, like this is how Australians are. That's like the chose people. Basically, the Australians, after a while, had only killed a fraction of the emu population. The war ended in a perceived victory for the emus.
Of course.
And this incident entered the Australian folklore as a symbol of a well-intentioned but poorly executed plan. Has that ever happened in recent history, do you think, Jack?
I feel like the entire leaving of Afghanistan was like well-intentioned but very poorly executed.
You nailed it on the dot. I'm going to tell you right now, the Australians losing a war to the emus was very equivalent to the Americans leaving the war in Afghanistan. It probably was,
literally
dude.
left billions of dollars of like weaponry just behind.
Yeah, we just left it for everybody. Yeah, but dude, I'm just telling you, like, humans, we think we're smarter than we are. We're not that fucking smart. We've talked in the last podcast. Birds are smarter than us. Australians lost the war in 1932 against emus. They had guns. They had weapons. They had horses. They had bombs. They had tanks. They had whatever they fucking wanted. And they lost a war against a flyless bird. A group of them. We're sitting here talking about AI and shit. I'm telling you, we're making a monster and we're all going to die from it.
Probably.
Let's just wrap this shit up. Dak, today's been a fucking huge day for you. You had a burrito for the first time ever. I was like, Dak, you're probably one of the few people in the world that have never had a burrito at the age of 23. Never. Ever. And you had it. Today was that day. So do you have anything else to say to close this out?
No, not really. It was just a burrito.
Is there any other food that you would like to try?
Yeah, like to put that statement on right there, because we're going to have Ready Made on the next podcast for our guest.
You mean meat right?
Medi right?
Meat right?
Dude, both of them sound right. Ready Made, made right. It just sounds like a fucking artificial like plastic bag. Anyway. Is there another food that you want to have on the next podcast that you want to get out of your comfort zone with? Because you just found out today that you really like pretzels now.
Yeah.
You like them from the Twins game.
Is there a restaurant that you like haven't tried before that you want to try?
I was yawning. I don't know. There's a lot of restaurants I probably haven't. I have no clue.
Have you tried,
dude, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about.
Have you? I'm assuming you had Subway before, right? Right?
No.
We gotta get off this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching 1030 Brekky Podcast. Tune in every single Wednesday. We will have a podcast guest on next week. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'm Seth.
I'm Dak.
I'm Steve.
And thanks for listening to 1030 Brekky Podcast. Thank you so much. Dak, I'm so glad I got to take your burrito virginity tonight.
Oh my God.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.